Hi guys, so it's raining today. Thought I'd take advantage and do a bit of a move and melt and an energize. So let's get started. I'm filming through the mirror because it gives me a wider frame. So bear with the slightly strange image. Hope you're all well. Here we go. So let's just wiggle the toes, sinking into the floor, squeeze the knees together, breath out and release. Breathing in and breathing out. Just gently. Let's take a long stretch. Clasp your hands together and stretch through the waist. So we're separating the ribs from the hips, from the pelvis, creating a nice space here. You can even just hold the hands like this and really pull, let the shoulders go up and shake the legs, coming back, bending the knees. So let's roll up into a bridge. Nice length between the knees and the shoulders, and then as we sink the chest to come down, we breathe out. Nice loose movement, no forcing. Rolling up again, breathe in when you get to a nice straight line, reaching the knees away, spread the toes and exhale. Pull the tummy button in and release the tailbone. Breathe in to prepare, and then one more time. Let's roll up into a nice bridge. Just adjust yourself, get used to that position. Feel the back of the head nice and relaxed on the floor. And let's raise the feet, raise the heels. Really raise the heels and lower. And raise the heels and lower. Raise the heels, push into the toes. And raise the heels. You might feel it down the backs of the thighs and through the calves. Okay, that's good. And let's roll down, sink the chest, sink, sink, sink. Arm curl, arm curl, arm curl. All the way down. And bring the knees to the chest. Gently squeezing them down towards the shoulders so they're a bit open in the hips. Breathe in, and we're going to rotate. We're going to do circles with the knees going in symmetrical circles. So they're not going together. They're opening out and rolling round. Open out and rolling round, and let the arms stretch. So you're allowing the legs and the hips to be relaxed. Rolling round. Keep breathing, feeling the breath, feeling aware of the breath. And one more. And let's change direction. So deep rotation in the hip joints. A couple more like this. And round. Okay, so let's bring the feet back down to the floor. We're going to reach the hands along the side of the floor, so you're drawing the shoulders down as if you're pulling your armpits down towards your waist. So just reach the fingers down and then release. On a breath out. And release back again. You can raise the shoulders to feel the difference. Stretch, 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 stretch the fingers away. And as you do that, breathe out, pull the tummy button down towards the floor. Okay, raising one knee, stretching the other leg away. Same thing, let's open that knee a little bit to the open shoulder, the same shoulder. Allows you to have a bit more flexibility. I'm talking of flexing. Let's flex the toes of the straight leg so we can push away with the heel and feel the thighs really drawing up. And why not, let's raise the head towards the knee. Breathing out, pulling the tummy down. And release to the floor. Relax, one more time. Breathing out. Pulling the tummy down to the tummy button. Pinning it down towards the floor. And same thing on the other side. So we'll pull the other knee towards the chest, stretch away. Slightly open to the shoulder. Shoulders down. And flex the foot of the straight leg. Push the heel away. And breathe into that stretch. Feel the spine nice and heavy, sinking into the floor. Be aware of the floor and the points of contact behind your thigh, the calf, and then push and flex the foot away. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, head comes up to knee, pulling the tummy down. One more time. No forcing, just feeling. And last time. Calming back down. Really nice. Okay. From here, let's separate the feet to the edge of the mat. And here we're going to roll one knee down towards the floor and then to the other side. And feeling this nice stretch along the side of the ribs, opening the torso, nice and gentle, rocking motion, oiling up the hips, the articulations, and stretching down the front of the thigh. Carry on doing that. Come up onto your elbows and do the same thing. So we're now leaning back on our elbows and from side to side, getting the flow going with the flow. Nice. And then we can even come up a bit more. Why not? Keep the legs rotating. Okay, nice. So let's take a roll down, putting that tummy button in. Once again, bring the knees up, and we're going to do this one again where we rotate the lower legs. So we're doing circles. I'll just move to show you. So the circles are coming from the lower leg. Nice. Rotating for the knees. Let the hands use the hands to help and turn to change direction. Yeah. It's going to help gain mobility in the hip joints and the knee joints and the ankles. Okay, super. Coming up to sitting. Here we are. Just draw the hands across the forehead. Ironing out any frown lines, any tension. Pulling the hands all the way across the forehead towards the temples. Whew, and then also around the cheekbones, so from the bridge of the nose, sweeping motion, getting some blood flow flowing in the face, and the same thing, the chin and the jaw up to the ears. Chin and the jaw up to the ears. And then I'm going to cover the ears, and then we're just going to rub. Nice. And some shoulder rolls. Shoulder rolling up and round. Feel the spine straight. Think of, you've got the 3 volumes here. You've got the pelvis anchored into the floor. And then you've got the torso sitting on top of the pelvis. And then you've got the head floating above the torso like a stone sculpture on the beach. So with that in mind, let's get into some rotation of the torso. Just easing up, easing in gently. Rotate. A few of these. Use the hands to press away from the floor. And rotating in the other direction. If you're feeling a bit rusty and stiff, this should help to ease out all the creases. And why not, let's go into a sideward stretch. So we're going to come down onto the other elbow. And just hang out here. Open the shoulder and the eyes to the ceiling. Breathe in and breathe out to come up. Over to the other side. Gently, gently. Open the shoulder and the eyes to the ceiling. And again, open. Feel that nice stretch down through the ribs. Muscles running between the ribs. And breathe that in. And breathe out to come up. Lovely. Turning onto our knees. So let's just stretch the back of the hands here. So we're going to stretch the hands backwards, really gently. And then coming back to all fours. You can even rotate your elbows, see how much movement there is in the elbows here. And that moves in the wrist. And let's take some gentle, almost like press-ups. Pushing down. And actually, probably open your arms, open your hands to the side. Extend beyond the side of the mat. So we're here on the knees. So these are like preparation for press up. Pull the tummy in, lengthen through the back of the neck, and keep breathing. Okay, this time we're going to separate the knees to the edge of the mat. We're just going to slowly work our way back. Now here we want to feel this nice softness in the knees and softness in the hip joints, and we're not going to force anything. Just let the weight of the torso come down, forehead down to the floor, and breathe into your lower back. And stay. Keep the knees soft. One last breath in. And as you breathe out, bring the hands back towards the knees and just gently push our way up. So let's tuck the toes under, go into a nice triangle pose. Again, keep the toes spreading out and the heels pulling down towards the floor. Let the head just hang. Feel the weight of the head. Nice. From here, let's just walk, gently walking the heels, pushing into the toes on the other leg as the heel stretches away. And push, and change, and change, and change, and change. Coming back down onto the knees. And let's take a long stretch. Hips up in the air, and basically the knees are just around about under our hips so that we can get a nice stretch through the upper back. And as you come up, we're going to round into the spine, pulling back, the whole curve of the spine pulling back into a deep curve, so you're pulling the tummy button in. And then let's bring that curve all the way up to the middle. And now circling with the head and the hips. So we've got hips and head to one side, to the same side. Eyes circling round, hips circling round to the left, and then, or the right, wherever you are. And hips and head circling all the way round to the other side. And up, circle round, round, coming back to the centre. Just give it a little bit of a nice wiggle, and we'll come back onto our heels, coming forward a bit. Why not? Let's take this stretch and go right back. So gently, in order to stretch the front of the thighs. It's quite an intense stretch. Take your time, breathe into it. All the way from the knees up through the shoulders, and even carry on energy out through the crown of the head. Come back. And then, if you can, we're going to work up onto both feet into a crouching position here. So, again, legs are about hip width apart. We can just stay here, even rocking a little bit, see what happens when we rock forward and back, forward and back. If you go back too far, well, don't fall backwards. So, and then you can even push with your arms. Now come sideways. So push with your upper arms, and even get into a nice palms together position. Stretch the crown of the head away. Lovely. From here, really nice as we lift up through the hips into straight legs. Drop the head down. Use the power of gravity to stretch down. Stretch your torso, your neck, and your head, and let's gently come back to this crouching position. Fantastic. From here, we touch one knee to the floor and touch one knee. And can you do it even without using the hands? So touching one knee to the floor and touch and touch and touch. Fantastic. From here. From here, just scratch your knee. No, don't really. If you need to scratch your knee, that's fine. Just have a little break. And from here, I think you've probably done enough. That feels good to me. I'm ready to crack on with the day. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.